I want to show you how thousands of elite test takers are using a simple tool to predict and improve their TOEFL speaking scores. The tool is called MySpeakingScore, and we are helping lots and lots and lots of test takers get really high TOEFL speaking scores. MySpeakingScore removes the 3 biggest barriers holding you back on the TOEFL IBT speaking section, because our AI shows you 1. Why you are scoring below target. 2. Precisely what to fix. 3. Exactly how to increase your score. MySpeakingScore has solved all 3 problems, but before I show you how we've done it, we need a quick lesson on TOEFL speaking assessment. We need to understand how TOEFL speaking responses are scored, and those scores are given by a human and a machine. The human rater works for ETS and is trained to score TOEFL speaking responses consistently and fairly. The machine rater, speech rater, is ETS technology that evaluates the same response using data-driven features. These scores are combined to ensure a balanced and reliable assessment. The human rater uses the publicly available TOEFL speaking rubrics to score each response holistically on a 4-point scale. That's a photo of Nathan Mills, by the way, a former ETS rater. Say hi, Nathan.
Hi, everyone. I spent 10 years at ETS scoring TOEFL speaking responses.
Speech rater, ETS's automated scoring engine, applies a complex algorithm to evaluate the same response using measurable features of speech. Machine scoring is widely accepted as reliable. For example, on individual speaking tasks, speech rater is at least as reliable, and sometimes more reliable, than humans. And my own research confirms this. For example, former human rater Nathan Mills evaluated over 1,600 speech rater-scored responses, and his results are almost exactly the same as the speech rater results. And that makes total sense, because speech rater was trained on human rater evaluations. Thanks, Nathan. The point is, we don't need to keep a human in the loop for scoring feedback. Sorry, Nathan. For scoring feedback, humans just slow us down. You don't need your teacher's opinion. You don't need my opinion. You don't need opinions at all. Because opinions are noise. And you don't want noise in your feedback. You want facts in your feedback. Because MySpeakingScore plugs directly, securely, and anonymously into ETS's speech rater scoring engine. So we have all the facts we need. We have these facts because we get access to the exact same data that scores the speaking section of the official TOEFL IBT. And all that data? It maps perfectly to those 3 scoring criteria: delivery, language use, topic development. So we can give you super precise, instant score feedback at the task level. This is crazy because it's like getting the cheat codes to TOEFL speaking. I mean, you can see your speaking score before you pay for the test. Now you have the facts. You can think clearly about your strategy. Namely, how can you improve your performance in the 3 core competencies measured by TOEFL speaking? You getting how elegant this is? And the strategy is so incredibly simple, my 7-year-old daughter understands it perfectly. Here it is. You record a response and get it scored by speech rater, instantly. You look at the data to figure out where the score penalties are located. You fix one problem, and you do this on repeat until you see your score climb. And climb it will, because MySpeakingScore gives you powerful data visualizations you need to make sense of your TOEFL speaking prep. From heat maps to pop-ups with personalized, rubric-aligned assessment details, to John Healy's AI clone, which is trained on his brain, and with you every step of the way to interpret data for you and answer all your questions. You even have a progress dashboard to really drill down into the finer points of your overall TOEFL speaking performance. Data-powered prep has transformed the lives of so many people, and I want you to be our next success story. So let's now come back to where we started. The question was simple. How can you use AI to get a high TOEFL speaking score? Now you know the answer. Thousands of test takers are already using MySpeakingScore to predict their results, fix their weaknesses, and walk into test day with confidence. If your target is 26, 27, or higher, Your next step is clear. Record your first response, get your instant speech rater report, and start improving today.